Joe Joyce get his shot. He impressed me this year.
The Cat, Oleksandr Usyk, and the Juggernaut Joe Joyce. These two giants faced each other when they were amateurs, but here it is, 10 years later, and the British boxer vows to take revenge with power and work rate. So can big man Joe Joyce surpass Usyk and prove his talent, or will he receive his first defeat in his professional boxing career? Let's take a look at all of that in the video, but before you jump in, remember, like, subscribe, tap that bell icon, just like that. That way you don't miss out on any updates from Boxing Insane. Joe Joyce, an undefeated heavyweight, is threatening the heavyweight boxing rankings. The Juggernaut knocked out Fury's friend Joseph Parker in his last fight and proceeded to call for a fight against the WBC title holder. The Juggernaut knocked Parker out with a hellacious left hook after subjecting the New Zealander to a ferocious 11-round onslaught on Saturday. Joyce, with an undefeated 15-0 professional record, does not want to just sit on his ranking and wait for the winner between Fury and Usyk without fighting. However, as an amateur, Joe Joyce had a black spot with a loss to Oleksandr Usyk. They have crossed paths before. When they were amateurs, they boxed one another in the World Series of Boxing. It's a pro-style league way back in 2013. Usyk won the 5-round decision over Joyce in that World Series of Boxing. Joyce was given a thorough examination by the slick southpaw and ate a couple of heavy shots, although he did manage to land several of his own. The British boxer lost on points then, but promises a rematch a decade later will be a very different story. The Cat would eventually win a gold medal in the 2012 Olympic Games and then go pro, where he became the undisputed cruiserweight champion in 2018 and then the unified heavyweight champion in 2021. Joe Joyce won an Olympic silver medal in 2016 and hoped to become a world champion in the pros. And now Joyce really wants to avenge that defeat when both have world championship belts. Joe Joyce and Oleksandr Usyk have history, but Joyce says he's come a long way since that amateur collision. He won the vacant WBO interim heavyweight title, and it was his chance to face Usyk again. Now both men are rising up the heavyweight ranks as unbeaten professionals, and Joyce would love to get a measure of revenge against his amateur rival, Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk's mission for heavyweight dominance continues early this year, so the former undisputed cruiserweight champion will likely take on Britain's Joe Joyce. The bigger man, Joe Joyce, believes his work rate combined with punching power will be the undoing of Usyk. Juggernaut Joe says that Usyk's a tricky boxer. He's coming for him. It'll be an exciting fight because the Ukrainian boxer can live with him till the 12th round. Usyk showed that against Joshua. However, Joshua wasn't throwing as many punches as he would. So how's the strength of the big man, Joe Joyce? Joe Joyce, flat out, it's hard to hurt this guy. He's a frickin' monster. He's got these short, heavy hands. You can see the punches coming and he's still gonna hurt you. He's relentless. He's got a reach of 204 centimeters, which is 6 centimeters more than Usyk, so he'll have a major reach advantage, which will be a main key to his victory on fight night. For Joyce, he'll have to cut off the ring and limit the movement, sticking behind the jab and using weight and power to his advantage. The British boxer said that because he throws such a variety of shots, a lot of them will be the ones that get through and wear Usyk down over 12 rounds. Big Joe is sure Oleksandr won't be able to hack it after a certain point. He won't be able to keep up. What's the strength of Oleksandr Usyk? Overall, the Ukrainian boxer is a superior fighter in terms of skill. With Usyk, it's about landing the punches. He's a very tricky boxer, moves his head, great footwork, he steps in and out of range, he avoids shots, and he's quite hard to hit. You can have as much punch power as you want, but if you're not landing the shots, there's no point. Usyk's movement and quick combinations were enough to impress the judges at ringside, so he also won multiple judges' points. From the fights we've seen Usyk at as a heavyweight, he's made Chaz Witherspoon retire in the 7th round and then went to the judges' scorecards against Derek Chisora. He did, however, get marked up in both fights by his opponent's jabs, which is what Joyce excels at. If Joyce can utilize that jab, he could end up pulling off an upset win here over the betting favorite Oleksandr Usyk. Like the big man Joe Joyce said, when someone hasn't got power, he tends to step in. WBC champion Tyson Fury's also given his view on this potential confrontation. When asked by Seconds Out who gives Fury a tougher fight between Joyce and Usyk, he chooses a countryman boxer before adding, Joyce reminds him of the second coming of George Foreman. He considers that a great compliment. That, however, was almost a decade ago. Joyce has said in recent interviews the improvements he's made under Ismael Salas, coupled with the lighter gloves and the longer format of the pro game, will lead to a different outcome if he could lock horns with Usyk again. The Ukrainian boxer would have no option to either face Joyce at some point or vacate that WBO world title. Fans will probably see the return of both heavyweights in the same ring shortly. So do you think these two giants would make an explosive match? Will Joe Joyce get revenge on Oleksandr Usyk, or will the first failure be recorded in his pro boxing career? Leave your comments below and let us know, and don't forget, like, subscribe, tap that icon bell. You don't want to miss any videos from Boxing Insane. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.